this documentary, we will be talking about Egypt.
We talk about all the historical things about it and how the origin was like. Let's go.
I didn't see you there. Let's talk about Egypt.
Nile is one of the most abundant water sources for Egypt, and it's one of the most abundant in the lands. Also, there is catwalks or piles of rock, for those who do not know. It is the Nile Delta where Egyptians catch most of their fish. Also, there is a red and black one where the sand is actually red and black. Can you guess how they got their name?
The government runs.
There's Upper Egypt and Lower Egypt. Upper Egypt has like the pharaohs, and they're basically like the kings, and they run everything. And then Lower Egypt is more like lower class of today, so to speak. Like upper class would be upper class people, and top of Egypt. That's sort of the way it ran. It was, lower was more like farms and industrial, and upper was like pyramids and great kings.
Religion was important in Egypt. The Egyptian believed in many gods. Some examples are Ra, Horus, Anubis, Isis, Osiris, Thoth, Nut, and Apophis. The Egyptians worshipped and gave offerings to the gods. Mummies were also a big part of their religion. They buried the dead and put the mummies in tombs. The wealthy were also put in tombs with gold because of their wealth.
This speaks to Egypt because of its geological features. The Nile was hard for most attackers and invaders to get by. Also, they were very lucky. They sent many raiding parties to nearby countries. And also, they went out for animals, people, and precious metals. Sadly, the people were used as slaves, but I guess that's your times. Also, the haikus around 1650 BC. They attacked without a warrant, and they took the northern part of Egypt for about a century. But Egypt came back stronger than ever and took their empire and got their northern part of Egypt back. They were a siege army. They used siege towers and battering rams. For melee, they also used little ranged attacks like bows and arrows, and then clubs. They almost never lost after that.
Egyptians had a very interesting style of architecture and art. For their architecture, they had many things, such as pyramids and the Sphinx, which is very popularly known. And for their art, they had hieroglyphics, which was also sort of their style of language.
The Egyptians had a written language called hieroglyphics. Hieroglyphics are pictures that represent letters and things. Each different hieroglyph represents a different letter or thing.
So what do the Egyptians have medicine-wise?
The Egyptians had a lot of advanced medicine for their time. You see, the medicine that they used back then is now commonly used in Europe and can heal a lot of people. Their medicine is really advanced.
Okay, so about pharaohs, they have the highest power in all of Egypt. Their power is so great, it is even equal to the gods. Mummies, if they are born into a wealthy family, when they die and go into their tombs, sometimes they put wealthy things in there, such as gold, precious metals, riches, or whatever. Ramses II, he was one of the greatest rulers in all of Egypt. He ruled for 255 years, and he was one of the greatest rulers they've ever had. Ramses, he was so great that they made many statues of him, and they did put wealth in his tomb. And the statues, there's a lot of them. They put them on pyramids, temples, and many. This is our blooper clip. Enjoy. So some internet facts are.
So what are some of the medicines of Egypt?
Well, some of the medicines are, they're commonly used in Europe and...
No.
We take it.